Alistair Scott.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Well, there's an advantage in being the last Speaker in the House because one has heard much of the story, so I don't want to repeat much of what is said, but I will repeat some stuff. And first of all, I'd like to acknowledge the people of Rangitāne, particularly these people that have arrived today. And I note the photographs of those who have passed, those who have started the process, who are not able to be here, and I acknowledge you here today. Also, I'd like to acknowledge the people of the Mākirikiri Marae. Minister Finlayson mentioned the auspicious occasion where we were on the marae and signed the agreement. And I was extremely honoured to be a witness to the Minister's signature, and I really appreciated your invitation, your hospitality, and your heartfelt involvement and commitment to the process. And I could see at that marae on the day, as some have already said, the relief that came off your shoulders on that day when the signatures were inevitably signed. So I'd like to also, being one of the last, it gives me an opportunity to correct a few things that had been said in the House. So Katie Apanui, mother of Joe, you have done a fantastic job. No matter what Pita Paroni says about being on the right side and the wrong side of the House, I say she is definitely on the right side of the House. So thank you for bringing up such a fantastic lady. She does a great job on this side of the House. Congratulations, you should be proud of your daughter. Mr. Speaker, some of the history has been laid out very eloquently by the Minister. Kelvin Davis has given a little more of the history. But at the end of the day, sir, these people were ripped off. That's the bottom line. They were ripped off. So when people say, what are we doing giving Māori more money? They've got their hand out. They've always got their bloody hand out. I say, well, come on, think about the story, think about the history, think about the reality, think about the facts behind this settlement that we're talking about today and other settlements that we've talked about today. Think about what would happen if your mother, your grandmother, your great-grandmother, think about your great-grandmother. She might have been, let's just say she's in a rest home right now, and someone stole everything that she had. Someone stole everything. Everything. Not just a little bit, not just half, but everything. And so that is what has happened for these people, sir, when they became virtually landless, when the properties that they had, 3 million odd acres, 1.5 million disappearing in one hit, these people were ripped off. They became landless. They had nothing. So it is amazing the generosity and the spirit that I have witnessed on the Mākirikiri Marae and in other places with these people, sir, that are demonstrating their generosity, their determination to get through this process, their graciousness in accepting this settlement. As been mentioned before, the numbers just don't do any justice to the rip-off that occurred. It is a symbol. And can I acknowledge the symbolism of Pukaha Mount Bruce, sir? So part of the settlement involves 900 hectares of a fantastic conservation area known as Pukaha Mount Bruce, a large piece of land. But it is with massive, huge generosity and sacrifice and graciousness, I would say, that Rangitāne have gifted it back to the Crown, instantly, without thought. And that is a very significant contribution, culturally, but spiritually, but not economically. The numbers don't matter, the dollars don't count, because more importantly is the restoration of mana for Rangitāne, in around Mount Bruce, Pukaha, as being their place, their tūranga waiwai, their place where they can rest their feet, to say that this is our place. So that is much more important than dollars and cents. Okay, we've got some money involved. We're going to invest that wisely and sensibly. And can I say, sir, that having heard some of the next generation, some of the younger people that were involved on the marae on the day, the Rangitāne can only look forward to a very positive future, because the young people that spoke on that day, you should be very proud of those young people. They are committed, they have the same spirit, the same drive that you and the people before you have demonstrated. So people talk about young people being, young and hopeless and wayward and useless, some people. But these people that I saw on the marae were very proud to be Rangitāne, and very clearly very capable and very committed. So those who have passed will of course understand that it is about the future, and I can absolutely suggest and commend your youth, your young people, your rangatahi, that will drive the future of Rangitāne well into the future. Mr. Speaker, I don't have too much more to say, except that I would like to, on behalf of the Wairarapa people, Rangitāne, and Lewis has already acknowledged you, sir, your contribution to getting this settlement through, your innovative approach, and I know with Rangitāne and Kahanunu there was a lot of innovation that had to take place to enable these settlements to come to the House. So again, it's all about thinking outside the box, outside the square, and I congratulate you for collaborating with Kahanunu to ensure that these settlements are before the House, and that they will become, done and dusted, as they say. Here in the first reading, it's part of the journey, but we can be confident, as you've heard through the House today, that we will progress quickly and effectively. So be assured that that will be the case. So congratulations on your collaboration with Kahanunu. That's very important. Mr. Speaker, it is an honour and a pleasure to be the last speaker on this House, in the House to speak on this bill, and I commend it to the House.
The question is that the motion is agreed to. Those of that opinion will say aye. Aye. The contrary opinion will say no. The ayes have it.
Rangitāne tū-mai-rā, Wairarapa Tāmaki nui-ā-Rua, Claims Settlement Bill, first reading.
The question is that the Rangitāne tū-mai-rā, Wairarapa Tāmaki nui-ā-Rua Claims Settlement Bill be considered by the Maori Affairs Committee. Those of that opinion will say aye. Aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. I understand that we are to receive a